Hi, welcome to Learning Monkey. I am Raghu here. In this class, we will discuss about this keyword in Java. In order to understand this, you need to have some basic concepts about the object, how memory is allocated to object. So, what is heap space? What is stack space? You need to have some basic knowledge about this memory allocation. So please watch our previous classes and come back here. The link for the playlist is provided in the description below. Coming to today's class, first try to understand what is this keyword with an example. Then how we are going to use this keyword. So later on we are going to understand. Now take a class A2. In this class we are having two instance variables P and Q and one constructor and one method is there. In the next class, this example class, we are going to define a object for class A2. A2 OB is equal to new A2 of 10, 20. So whenever we create an object, in our previous classes we discussed that it is going to call the constructor. Whenever it calls this constructor, it is going to match this constructor and it is going to assign some space in heap. This is the heap space available for our Java programming, and in this space it is going to assign space for instance variables. What are the instance variables? P and Q. So PQ. So hoping that you already know this memory allocation. We did not write the memory allocation properly. So assuming that you already know this memory allocation. P and Q. What is the starting address for P? This object P and Q for this object OB, it assigned for P and Q. What is the starting location? 2000. So Java virtual machine automatically it is going to assign the present executing object. What is the present executing object? OB. What is the reference for this? 2000 is the starting location for that object. This is assigned to this keyword. You don't need to do anything. Automatically Java virtual machine is going to assign that value, the present executing object value to this. So this is referencing to the present executing object. So whenever we created this object, this is assigned to 2000. It is referencing to 2000. So whenever you call this ob.m1 of, OB means the present object which we created now, ob.m1 of, whenever you are executing this m1 method, on which object you are executing this? OB means this. So automatically this is pointing to 2000. So that is what this keyword is. This keyword is always referencing to the present executing object. It is taken care by Java virtual machine during the execution. No need to define anything regarding this keyword. So what's the use of this keyword? That we are going to understand with an example. Let's take the same example. So whenever you call this A2 of 10, 20, which constructor it is going to call? It is going to call this constructor. See here, A2 of int P, int Q. Instance variables. And this P and Q is the local variable for A2. So both instance variables and local variables are having the same name. In our previous classes we discussed that P is equal to P. So first it is going to check in the local variables. If P is available, it will get the value from local variables. If it is not available, then it is going to check for the instance variables. These concepts discussed previously. So P is equal to P means both available. See, it is going to check P here, local variable. It is available. It is going to check P. It is available. Local variable. So this P is pointing to local variable. This Q is pointing to local variable. But our intention is this P belongs to instance variable. This Q belongs to instance variables. So assuming that you already know the concept of local variables are assigned a separate space in stack. Instance variable space is different. Hoping that you understand, you have this knowledge. So in order to point In order to differentiate instance variables and local variables, we are going to use the keyword called this. So why? Because this is pointing to present instance variables. How we are going to do that? Let's try to the same thing, the same example. Class A2 of int pq, same names, this.p is equal to p. So whenever you point this.p, it is going to check the address in, this is pointing to 2000 reference. In the 2000 reference, it is going to get the p value. Means instance variable. This.q, this is pointing to object, means instance variables. So this is one of the use. It is going to differentiate the instance variables and local variables. What's the second use with this keyword? Most of the times we are not going to use this second and third uses of this keyword, but anyhow we need to know the knowledge. So what are the concepts that present in Java? So this is used to call the present class constructor. We can use it. In our last class we discussed superclass. Super is a keyword used to call the superclass constructor and superclass methods. Similarly, this is used to call the present class methods and present class constructors. How we are going to use that? Class A2, in this class pq are the instance variables. A2 is a constructor. A2 of int p, int q is another constructor. We are having two constructors. In this constructor we have called this of. So it is going to match the above constructor. It is going to call the above constructor. So whenever you call this constructor during the, whenever you are creating an object A2 OB is equal to new A2 of 10, 20, it is going to call this constructor. What is the first line it is saying? This of, means this of is going to call the above constructor, which is going to execute default. Then it is going to execute the remaining two lines. So the first line should be this of constructor. If you write this in the second line, it is not going to execute. Similar to super keyword, which we discussed previously. The super keyword should be in the first line. Otherwise, it is not going to execute. Similarly, this also should be in the first line. During the constructor calling, this of should be in the first line. So it is going to call the above constructor. This is how we are going to use this keyword to call the present class constructors, and the present class methods also can be called using this keyword. Take the next example in order to identify the present class methods. The same examples here, A2 constructor, A2 of int p, this is another constructor, void m1 of, we are having a method called m1 and we are having a method called m2 of. See, in this method m2 of, we are calling m1 of. Automatically it is going to check the m1 method here. So even though if you mention this or if you don't mention this keyword, compiler or execution Java virtual machine, automatically it is going to place this before methods. So even this m1 of, which is going to call the same method, this.m1 of, it is also going to call the same method. Even though if you place this or if you don't place this keyword, it is same. That is the point you need to understand. Even though if you forgot to place this keyword, automatically Java virtual machine is going to place this keyword before whenever you are calling the methods. So this is the use of this keyword. Hope you understand the concept of this keyword. If you have any questions regarding the concept, please post your questions in the comment section below. Thanks for watching. If you haven't subscribed to our channel, please subscribe to our channel and press bell icon for the latest updates. Thank you.